Alright, hey guys, how's it going? Crypto YouTubers Digest here. And on this channel, what I do is I go through and listen to and watch the YouTubers who are talking about crypto in this space at the moment. And then what I do is, so I go through and watch everything. YouTubers that I know that are doing good stuff in the space. Then I just video their videos and show you the highlights of what they're talking about. And there's a few guys who I continuously check out. So today we're checking out Crypto Kirby and Crypto Revolution, those two. Actually, also going to check out Altcoin Daily today. So you're going to get three YouTubers and what they're talking about and digest it for you. Same as I'm digesting my taco, standard stuffed tacos. Gotta love them. Alright, let's get into it. This is Crypto Kirby, and his latest video is Bitcoin, 11,400. Whoop, hang on. There we go. Let's turn the volume up. Expand the screen out a bit. And I'll just get back here. Alright.
And so the breakout begins. Bitcoin ripping through all local resistance levels. And the question now becomes, may Bitcoin be ready to test 11,400 sometime this week?
Alright, so last video I did Crypto Kirby, say yesterday or the day before. He was extremely bearish. He was showing a lot of bearish indicators and whatever. And now we've got this breakout. But you can see already straight away, he's got this trend line running through here. And I can see how he's going to say probably 11,400 up here. And then boom, we'll crash back down. And yep, I reckon it's feasible. So let's check it out.
Right here on the 4-hour time frame. Insane action here. We found that support on my green box here yet again. This has been the level of confluence for quite some time, ladies and gentlemen, dating all the way back to the end of May. Then every single time that we've tested this region, it has acted as a support, even up to our most recent drop down to this level right here, right now. So it has completed a pretty tough task here, in my opinion. This red box I have here had so much confluence, ladies and gentlemen. Old resistance and support flips all throughout the region here. Also coupled along with the fact that the RSI on the 4 hours just completely overextended in overbought conditions and continuing to climb. But as we all know, going into yesterday, it was approaching into this resistance box level. The RSI was approaching that overbought level. Double bearish confluence there. On the 1-day RSI here as well, we can see we still are on a lower high trajectory and a lower low trajectory. Still looking overall bearish here, in my opinion. And right now, what's very interesting is although we did break through that level, the RSIs were overextended, etc., we did wind up taking out this little prior high right here. Now, I've been covering it here on the stream, ladies and gentlemen, that creating a higher high is very important, and Bitcoin has done just that. This is actually the first time since June that Bitcoin has now created a new high. The last one there on a swing high was that blow off top near 14,000. Ever since then, on the swing high, Bitcoin has never been able to eclipse the prior high. You see this, right? So right now we do have our first one created. But here's the area that gets a little tricky for me, ladies and gentlemen, because not only do we have this high here that was taken out, but we now have this high looming right there next up at roughly around 10,934. So we don't have much more room to go up until that next high where we could look to see some tentative rejection there as well. Let's get this crypto. And above all else, When we see that that high is there and may act as a tentative resistance in and of itself, then we also have to understand here, ladies and gentlemen, that we are also creeping up upon this downward sloping resistance line. You see.
Now, that's the important thing. I wanted him to get to that point before I stopped that. That was a lot of feed that I just played there. But this downward sloping resistance at this point is, I think, the key factor. And I think what is likely to play out here is this is a bear flag. And every time the bulls push up, they never can push up to the same, like, the bears are getting control and pushing the market down each time. And what this does is it erodes the confidence of the bulls that they're going to be able to make the profits. So, you know, they were pretty confident, make some profits here. Little less confident, little less confident, less confident, less. Now, this might be a bit of a rally, but really, until the bulls break this downward sloping resistance, I think we're still sitting in a huge bear flag, and and Bitcoin could tank no matter what anybody says. So it'll be interesting to see. I just wanted to play that. I'm not going to play any more of his technical analysis. I'll put his link to this particular video below. You can go and check it out if you like. But that is the crux of what I think is happening at the moment with Bitcoin as of the 5th of the 9th, 2019. And also, here you're going to hear that the Bitcoin dominance is 75%. So, or 75% or something. So that is huge. That means the altcoins are getting absolutely smashed. I mean, mate, go buy some altcoins. Just buy $5 worth of altcoins, $10, $100, $1,000, whatever. Buy some altcoins and put them in the bottom drawer. Forget about them. We'll check them in 6 months, guys, or whatever. When, mate, there has to be an altcoin season. There has to be. There can't not be. Just pick the right coins. Pick some in the top 20, something like that. But anyway, don't overthink it. Don't spend anything you can't afford to lose. I'm not a financial advisor. But anyway, now listen to what he's got to say here.
Bitcoin dominance is officially over 70% now. Let's get this crypto.
70%.
For me, guys, the altcoins here, they continue to get decimated. They continue to consolidate that capital back into Bitcoin. We're climbing back up to epic highs here, now over 70%, ladies and gentlemen. And I just want to take a quick look here at this altcoin chart minus Bitcoin, okay? And look, we are still, in my opinion, teetering on this last line of support, because if this is purged, we do drop right back down into that historic bear market territory.
And I think that's highly likely. I really do. I just think that there's going to be capitulation. There's going to be just absolute chaos in the altcoins, and people are going to lose heart, and there's going to be a few of us who are just going to buy and just hodl until the cows come home, and at some point you'll be looking at the new rich, the nouveau riche. All right, look, I'm going to leave it there for Crypto Curbs. As usual, he's the man when it comes to TA, so check out his link below, and we'll catch him in a new video soon. Currently, as far as I can tell from his videos, he's not in a position, by the way. All right, no worries. Now, we're going to look at Crypto Revolution, and the title of the latest video, Bitcoin 2 steps away from 20K, and Amazon's secret crypto, Binance ban pump, blah, blah, blah. But let's have a look at Crypto Revolution.
I want to thank everybody for watching Crypto Revolution, where I talk about everything crypto daily. Jumping right into the market today, crypto. Bitcoin's green. The rest of the altcoins really are moving sideways.
That's his big intro. Got to play that, but yeah, we know that Bitcoin's green, everything else is tank. So the reason this channel's good, and I'll get to it, is he just comes up with good news. He gets the good news bits. All right, so let's have a look at it. I'll play a bit of his TA. His TA is pretty good. Like he knows what he's talking about, but it's not what I'm currently doing. So I'll play a bit of this and then I'll just make a comment.
You can put your stop loss down here, let it ride, but again, you got some overhead resistance. There's not very much upside in this triangle, so you just have to be careful. Potentially, we get a little bit of a chop when we move here. You have to consider the price action continues in the triangle until it doesn't. At that point, you're buying the breakout for sure.
See, there you go. He's talking about buying the breakout and having some stop losses in, but what that means is that you're trading your Bitcoin. You've got Bitcoin in the game and you're trading it. Whereas basically, I've got maybe a little bit of Bitcoin in the game and I'm trading it basically just for giggles and a bit of fun. But actually, the Bitcoin I'm holding will never get sold. It will never get into trading. The one thing that I fear the most is when the market makers decide to move this market, they're going to move the price of Bitcoin out of the reach of the normal man, the worker, the 9-to-5er, forever. That'll be it. You will never be able to afford a full Bitcoin at some point. They will just move it to $100,000, $200,000, $1 million, whatever. And I plan to have my Bitcoin. I don't want to be trading it and holding, for example, fiat cash, Australian dollars, thinking that Bitcoin's going to tank down and I can buy some cheaper. I don't care. I've dollar costed average in. I don't care what price Bitcoin goes to. If it goes lower, I'll buy some more. So anyway, that's his TA. It is good TA, but it's not how I'm rolling at the moment. And this is why Crypto Revolution is a good channel. Just comes up with good bits of information like this. I like to see all the mainstream adoption. We've got to see the mainstream adoption that's out there so that we know in our minds and other people see, hey, look, there's mainstream adoption and it's happening. It's real. It's real. Mate, we're going to look back on these days and say, how did we not, well, I'm not going to, but there's going to be people who are going to look back on these days and say, how did we not see this? This is the greatest redistribution of wealth since Rockefeller discovered oil. And how did we not see the signs written? Here they are. Here's another mainstream adoption. Here we go.
Have it your way with Bitcoin. German Burger Kings accepting Bitcoin. So they added Bitcoin payments to their delivery website, Burger King Delivery. Where do they do that at? I know I've seen it on TV and on the internet, but mobile application as well takes Bitcoin. So it's not clear whether the company is going to accept Bitcoin at their physical locations. Mainstream adoption.
There you go. So look at that. German. There's countries that are making America and Australia look silly. Germany, they're China. They're all, you know who it is? It's the people who are, they're not top of the tree. United States is top of the tree. Australia is tied its fortunes to the coattails of the United States. Back them in all the wars, blah, 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 that sort of thing. We're a young America, they say, whether we like it or not. Anything that's good in America, we get it here in Australia. But other countries like Germany, China, who have been, beaten in wars and things like that by the United States, they're jumping at this stuff, and it's going to turn the world on its head. And the United States is going to have no choice but to get in a big way. In fact, I can't believe that this is happening under the nose of the United States, and they're not doing anything about it. But anyway, this is why this channel's good. And true to the spirit of this channel, Crypto Revolution, and to what Crypto Bitcoin Chris is trying to put out there, he'll always show us some information, the facts about how the rest of the world money financially is failing. Have a look at this. I'll just play this straight through. He even comments properly on it. I won't even add a comment.
Argentina, they're restricting foreign currency as investors race
That's Argentina.
For the exits. So obviously their currency is getting devalued quickly, and people are trying to change it out for other currencies, and they're just putting a stop to that. So they've got capital controls going on. People won't be able to put it in other currencies, but will Bitcoin? Will this help Bitcoin? Will Bitcoin be there to the rescue? And it will. There's also some concerns over the pound that are affecting the UK as it approaches a possible no deal with Brexit. And China is actively allowing the yuan to depreciate in the face of trade tensions with the US. So as these economies falter, Bitcoin is a safe haven. Ripple.
There you go. Now, this Ripple, I'm going to play this Ripple one as well. So there you go. I mean, Bitcoin, the writing's on the wall, it seems, bit by bit, things are changing. And as I keep saying, we'll look back 10 years from now, 20 years from now, we'll look back on these and say, how did we not see the signs? It was there, how come we didn't wake up and seize the moment? But I'll play this Ripple thing. It's just people accusing Ripple of dumping Ripple. It's not. I'm not sure what to make of this. I'll play it anyway.
Ripple transfers 500 million XRP from its escrow wallet. And I said, again? It's like they just keep on transferring money everywhere, XRP everywhere. This token transfer is one of the many other enormous transactions to and from Ripple, which have generated resentment within the community as some of its members accuse it of dumping XRP and crashing the token's price. So
there you go.
Something to consider. Peter Brandt, 99% of all coins are going to be forgotten in 5 years. Ouch.
I wasn't going to play that, but hey, yeah, 99% of altcoins be forgotten in 5 years. 99%, well, there's probably about 1,000 of them or 1,500 of them floating around or more. So, 99% is probably a little bit high, but let's hope it's not the case. Let's hope it's not the top 20 or so that I've got a piece of, or, that I'll probably have a piece of at some point. So anyway, look, that's the end of for Crypto Revolution, and thanks, mate. That was a good video, and now we're going to go and have a look at Altcoin Daily. So this is Altcoin Daily, and now he's actually let's go click on his videos here. And what you get with Altcoin Daily is you get a video daily to do with crypto. He's got 127,000 followers. Puts in a bit of work, this guy. So actually, just since there's been a new video come out, and so I'm going to pause this and check it out, and this will be the one that I actually run through. So anyway, I've decided I'm going to run through quickly all 3 of his latest videos very, very quickly. He's now, this is him, this is Austin from Altcoin Daily, and he's asking some big hitters in the space, global recession is coming, what will Bitcoin do?
You know what? I got no idea, man. Fuck knows. All I know is this.
There you go. That's what a lot of people think. Nobody really knows, and so. But this guy actually makes a good point. He is saying, "Look, I'm not checking the price every day. I just want adoption. Just want Bitcoin in. I'm not and that's what I think a problem a lot of people do is they're looking at the price every day and they're checking it out and they're getting focused in on it in the minute details. So don't do that, guys.
This is going to be a big, scary, possibly nasty global recession. It might start in Europe first, where I am, because European central banks look like they're fucked. But nobody knows. So is it a safe haven? Is it not? Will people move into Bitcoin as a safe haven? Will they exit Bitcoin because they want cash? I don't think anyone knows. Personally, I kind of don't care. I don't want to, I don't care in terms of price. I want adoption because people want to use Bitcoin. I don't want adoption for the price to go up. One of the most important things for me was getting away from price. Stop checking the price, stop giving a shit about the price. Focus on adoption, focus on you.
Yeah, there you go. So anyway, I'm not going to play any more of that, but good question, Austin, and I think that was a good response. And I'm very quickly going to play a soundbite from this video, what to expect with the HTC Exodus Bitcoin phone, because this is pretty cool, I think. So let's check it out.
It's a cryptocurrency phone. Actually, let's start off. Can you tell us a little bit about that, just briefly?
Yeah, it's called the HTC Exodus. It's a crypto phone. We call it a crypto phone.
We've reported on it a little.
Yeah, you can call it a Bitcoin phone as well. It's a phone that basically has a hardware wallet built in, Trezor ledger kind of built in.
So you're going to be able to run a node on it, right?
Yes. So next month we're coming out with software where you can run a full Bitcoin node.
The fact that anybody's even trying that, I think, is a step in the right direction.
Okay. Some people call it crazy, but thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah. So stay tuned for more about that. I'm not going to go into that any further, but I think it's pretty cool. All right, so I can't do too much more on that because I'm running out of time, but that last video was a very interesting video. I'll leave the link below, of course. And now this one, the mainstream media is lying to you about Bitcoin. We know he's put out a video, Altcoin Daily's put out a video about this sort of thing before, and let's just have a quick look at this one, see if there's anything new.
That's why people appreciate you, because you give it to them straight. Actually, I guess this is the final question. So recently, I'm sure you've seen it, there was leaked footage. We helped spread this, show these two videos back to back of Kevin O'Leary back in 2013-14, not only demonstrating and articulating that he knew what the value of Bitcoin was, but he even seemed interested, as opposed to, cut to today on CNBC with you. He doesn't know the difference between any of these things. He doesn't really know what gives Bitcoin value. What do you think about that?
I don't think I'm going to go through all this with you guys. You can go and check out Altcoin Daily's previous. Let me see if I can. Where is it? It's here somewhere. Yeah, that took me ages to find. I had a different visual in my mind of which one I was looking for. So here, proof they're lying to you about Bitcoin leaked. And so this is what they're referring to 3 weeks ago. Let's get into this one. I've got to give you some context. Okay, this guy, Pompliano, he's a good guy. He's a Bitcoin dude. This dude is just a, CNBC, finance dude who's lying. See, what's been happening is this guy has been playing dumb to Pomp, saying, what's Bitcoin? It sounds dodgy, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, what happened was, in this video that I just told you about here, and you can go back and look at it yourself, it was a leaked video of this guy like 3 years or even 6 years earlier, or 3 years ago or something like that, talking about Bitcoin like he knew everything about it, saying the right words, using the correct terminology, understanding, blah, blah, blah. And so then fast forward to this day, and he's acting like a dumbhead, doesn't know anything. So it's just, it's just obviously controversial. Good on you, Austin, for bringing us this one. All right, I'm going to fast forward some more anyway. All right, so Altcoin Daily's done a really good job of cutting this video together. I'm going to play the next couple of minutes straight, then I'm going to end it. This bit is really good.
When people actually put real money into this, they make no interest, they can't pay their taxes with it, the regulators don't like it, which is always a problem for compliance. And where's the long-term value? Just this idea that they're going to cut the number of units in half, that's such a scam. Like, that's just totally BS.
So I would say two things. One is,
So I ignore everything till it gets to $1 billion of market cap.
Okay.
That happened recently with Bitcoin, well over $1 billion in value. So it's here to stay. When you've accumulated a virtual worth of $1 billion and people are willing to trade it and actually buy things with it, turn it back into hard assets. And here's the key, Heather. Owners of hard assets are willing to take Bitcoin This is here to stay. That's what's going to happen. And no central banker can control it.
But you just called it a Barbie currency. I was going to say, is it all hocus pocus? I mean, is it a legitimate form of currency to trade?
It is.
Is it a legitimate form of currency to trade?
It is.
Is it a legitimate form of currency to trade?
It is. And as soon as it passed $1 billion and someone bought a harassed with it in my books as an investor, it became real. I look, I love your optimistic view of it. You haven't changed my mind at all. It's still garbage, and I'm not.
So there you have it, folks. They are lying to you. Yep. Just do what they want. Don't buy any, and then one day you'll turn around and they'll own it all, and you'll be like, oh well, I'll stay poor. No worries. Yeah, that was sarcasm. Keep it. Hold on to your Bitcoin. Get some Bitcoin. Hold on to it. Don't listen to all the lies. Their own garbage. All right. That's it. That's it for Crypto YouTubers Digest. Hope you enjoyed. Catch you later.